If a particular user has logged into our website to read a particular blog post, then how can we suggest the related blog post to him using the techniques like machine learning and natural language processing is what we are trying to understand as part of this video series. In our previous video, we have covered the architectural overview of such an implementation, the link for which I have given in the description box. In this video, we are going to elaborate on the process of modeling. How is the human mind able to generate the blog post? And how can we model or recreate such a human capability? And with that modeling, how are we able to represent the blog post mathematically is what we are going to see as part of this video. Hi, this is Aditya. I do videos on latest technology trends and their technical implementations in the field of digital marketing. If you are interested, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get started with the presentation. Let us try to understand this process of modeling using some examples. Let us suppose these are the three blog posts which we are trying to analyze. I have intentionally kept these blog posts smaller so that we will have an opportunity to work on it and analyze on them. So the first blog post example I have given is Rama and Krishna are good friends. And the second blog post is Rama went to Krishna's house. His house was very beautiful. And the third blog post is Dog and horse are friends and they stayed in same house. This house was located in Hyderabad. So these are the three simple blog posts we'll take as an example and try to understand the process of modeling. So the second step which we try to perform on this is text cleansing. Okay, so let's see what does that mean. Okay, so our blog post one is Rama and Krishna are good friends. So we'll try to remove all the words which are not related to the particular topic which we are talking about. So what is this topic in blog 1? Rama could be one topic and Krishna could be one topic because we are talking about Rama and Krishna here, right? And we are also saying something about friendship. So the topics here are Rama, Krishna and friends. So the other two words which are and good are not giving much information about the topic itself. So let's remove them. And the cleansed text would be Rama, Krishna and friends. So this is how we will try to simplify our blog posts and try to take only those words which are related to a particular topic. So same thing we'll do for the blog post 2 also. So Rama is a noun, so it is related to topic, and went is a verb, so that is also related to topic, and Krishna, so that's related to topic, and house is related to topic, and his is a pronoun. It doesn't add much value to the topic. So we can remove that. Then again, house we have already included it. So then the final thing is beauty, so or beautiful. So these are the words after cleansing which we got: Rama, went, Krishna, house, beautiful. So this is what we call as cleansing. And after cleansing and remove the words which are unrelated to the topic itself, we have left out with these particular words. Let us do the same thing for blog post 3. Dog and horse are friends and they stayed in the same house. The house was located in Hyderabad. So here the related words are dog, horse, friends, stayed, house, located, Hyderabad. Okay, so these are the words which are related to topic. So the second step of text cleansing is done. Now the third step is vocabulary creation. We will try to understand what are the words which are used in these particular 3 blog posts in question. Like if we are analyzing 10 blog posts, then we will try to understand what is the vocabulary used in those 10 blog posts. If 20 blog posts you are analyzing, then you need to understand what is the vocabulary used in 20 blog posts. Since here we are using only 3 blog posts, we have collected all the words that have been used in these 3 blog posts. Okay, so here after the text cleansing, right, we have got certain words. So in these words, we have taken the unique words and then we have created this vocabulary. So that would be Rama, Krishna, friends, went, house, beautiful, dog, horse, stayed, house, located, Hyderabad. So these are the unique words which have been there in all these blog posts which we are considering, which are 3 blog posts here. Until here is the preliminary step. Okay, so now we will understand what is modeling and what is the process of modeling. Let us first try to understand what is the concept of modeling. What do we mean when we say model? Okay, if you see here, this is the actual house and this is the model house. What do we mean by that? In nature, the things are very complicated, very detailed, and very minute, and could be very costly to exactly reproduce. So what we do is we construct a model which would almost look like a real object, but then the effort needed to construct a model is negligible when compared to the effort needed to construct the actual object itself. Take for example this house. How much effort does it take to construct a house? And how much effort does it take to construct a model house? So a model is something which will represent an object or a thing in a nature, but in a simplified format. So now let's proceed to understand the concept of modeling in our context. Blog post generation process is what we are trying to model, with an aim to represent the blog post mathematically. Understanding of machine learning cannot be completed without some amount of understanding of philosophy and biological functions, because what we are trying to model is the human brain. As per the Vedic philosophy, these are the processes which are happening in the mind so that the speech gets generated. Let's try to understand this step by step. For any movement to happen, there should be energy. So the first step is pure energy. And in the next step, what is happening is that pure energy gets converted into ideas. So at this stage, the human might be thinking that he need to write a certain blog post on certain topics. Like for example, he should write on Rama and Krishna and their friendship. So all that ideation is happening at this stage. Then in the next stage, all these ideas will be converted into language. So in the human mind, he will have the vocabulary of all the words for different languages. For example, he might have the list of the words which are related to English, and some list of the words which are related to Hindi, some list of words which are related to Telugu. So if he wants to write the blog post in English, he will take all the list of the words which are there in English, and then he will map it to the ideas which he wants to present, and then he will convert all those ideas into language. Then as a final step, that language will get converted into sensory output. For example, if he has to write the blog post, then mind has to send the signal to the motor organs which are like hands to type certain words. Or if we are talking about the speech, then the mind has to send the signal to the tongue and mouth to utter certain words. So this is the final step which is happening. So this is the process in which speech is getting generated. So this is the real world scenario. Now we'll try to model this and we'll see how that model will enable us to represent the blog posts in mathematical formats. So this is how our modeled process works. In reality, the blog post generation process is a complicated process, and the person is putting all this effort to generate a blog post. We agree that. But what we are saying here is, yeah, it is not so complicated. What this human is doing is, he is just having certain vocabulary of words. Let us suppose he wants to write blog post in English. He has list of words in his mind. What he does is, he will just take one word from those list of words available and he will throw it here. And let us suppose that list of word is Rama. Then he will throw the word Rama in blog post 1 without any idea, without any purpose. Then he again searches in his bag of the words or vocabulary which is available as part of English, and he will pick another word from that bag. Then he will throw it here and it will be end. Then again he will search here in the list of words available in this English vocabulary which is called as bag of words, and from that bag of words he will take one word and he will throw it again and it would be Krishna. So randomly he chooses one word from English and he will throw it here and he will create a blog post. That is how we have simplified the process of blog creation. And we assume this is how the human will create a blog. This is our model. So as I told, model is not exactly equal to reality. All that model does is it reduces the complexity and simplifies things for us. So if we are going ahead with this model, right, then the order in which the words are picked up could be different. Like for example, he could have picked the word friends first from English and he will put friends here. Friends, good and Rama or Krishna. That could be the order in which the words are picked randomly. But as per our model, this and this are same. For a human, this doesn't make any sense. Like friends and good Rama or Krishna. This sentence doesn't make any sense because we are trying to interpret an idea from a sentence. But remember, in our model, there is no concept of idea. All we are assuming is there is a bag of words. From that bag of words, we will take one word and put it here. So as long as words are same, so Rama is here, Rama is here, End is here, End is here, Krishna is here, Krishna is also here, R is here, R is also here, good is here, good is also here, friends is here and friends is also here. So as long as words are same, then the meaning is same. That's what is the final output of this model. So that limitation we need to understand. So every model, whenever we decide upon a particular model, we also should understand the implications and limitations of certain model. So having clarified what our model is, let's try to understand how is this model helping us to represent the blog post mathematically. So this is the final output of our model. Blocks can be represented as combination of words available in vocabulary. Let us suppose in human mind, there is a vocabulary of English words. Let us suppose 1,000 words. Any blog post he creates could be the combination of only those 1,000 words because those are the only words he knows. So in that way, any blog post that particular person writes can be represented as the combination of the vocabulary of the words which he has in his mind. With that assumption, we end up with this mathematical representation. Each word in the vocabulary is imagined to be a dimension in the space. Let us suppose a human knows only 3 words in a particular language. Then each word which he knows is one dimension. And let us suppose he writes a blog post with the combination of 2 words out of the 3 words which he knows, then that blog post will fall into this plane. It will be somewhere here. If he is writing a blog post with the combination of these 2 words which he knows out of these 3 words, then that blog post will be in this plane. In this plane. In that way, now we are able to represent blog posts geometrically. So if there are 3 words in the vocabulary, then there will be 3-dimensional space. If there are 4 words, then it will be 4-dimensional space. If there are 1,000 words, then there will be 1,000-dimensional space. And if a blog post could be represented as the combination of 1,000 words, then that blog post could be a point in a 1,000-dimensional plane. In our example, we had 3 blog posts, and in those 3 blog posts, we had these 12 unique words. So this would be our vocabulary. So this is the vocabulary which is used to represent all those 3 blog posts. So what we can assume is all these 3 blog posts are written by one person and all that he knows is only these 12 words, and now those 3 blog posts can be represented as a coordinate point in this 12-dimensional plane, which is each dimension assigned to one word here. So all that text cleansing, all this vocabulary creation we have done to understand how many dimensional plane we need to create and how can we represent our each blog post in those 12-dimensional plane. How do we do it exactly? We'll see it in our next videos.